som. O fonógrafo foi inventado pelo famoso Thomas Edison em 1877. O fonógrafo foi o primeiro aparelho que gravou e reproduziu o som. Não foi um aparelho economicamente viável, tendo sido transformado várias vezes. A gravação do som era feita em um cilindro que era perfurado transversalmente.
This is the recording medium. This was known as a brown wax cylinder phonograph record. Where do you get those made today? The phonographs are both original, but the cylinders are not original. These were made recently. There's a collector in England who makes them. He figured out the formula and cooks them up in his garage.
Gary was telling me this wax is actually a soap base, a soap that's too hard to blather.
Yes.
It resembles wax, but it's more of a soap.
Yeah, wax was kind of a nickname. The very earliest ones were wax, but then they went to this type of material, which they still called it wax, but it was technically more of a soap. Edison would have called it a metallic soap. It has aluminum in it.
Okay, we're gonna do a song called Hesitation Blues. A man named Reverend Gary Davis did this, blind Reverend Gary Davis, who was from South Carolina, moved up to New York. He was a street preacher in Harlem for many years. Until Peter, Paul, and Mary came along and did one of his songs. And then he moved out to Queens, New York, which is where I grew up.
Here we go. I cranked the machine up. There's a spring motor on the inside. And you've probably heard the term cut a record. Have you ever heard that term? We're literally cutting a record here. The point that touches the record is a tiny little knife. So as it spins, I'm going to be down here blowing the shavings out of the way so they don't get in the way. So you'll know when it starts by the sound.
Should I announce myself?
Sure, whatever you like. So once it hits, when you hear the, give it like a second or so, and then start.
Sean Condren recording Hesitation Blues at Edison Laboratories, October 10th, 2009.
Children, now one of them is mine. Tell me, how long must I wait? Can I get you now? Must I always hesitate? Well, apples on the table, peaches on the shelf. A man gets kind of tired of sleeping by himself. Tell me, how long must I wait? Can I get you? Must I always hesitate? She thought it was a duck. She put it on the table with her legs poking up. Tell me, how long must I wait? Can I get you now? Must I always hesitate?
It's not that
After these shaved and cool off, what's the process?
I do heat them up. They're in a box. They're under a lamp, just to soften them a bit. But by now, it should be okay. These were made and available in stores like during the 1890s. As the industry grew, they became more popular by the late 90s, turn of the century. And Edison continued making cylinders, but in 1902 he changed the formula to a molding process with a harder wax. Harder soap, actually. Okay.
We can say wax.
All right, here we go. So we'll play this back. It's probably not going to be loud enough. Usually you would play a phonograph indoors. So I'll play it for a few seconds without the mic, then I'll move the mic in so we can hear it better.
It has to be a beautiful day, Jerry.
Yeah.
John Condren recording Hesitation Blues at Edison Laboratories, October 10th, 2009. Well, a nickel is a nickel, and down at the side I got a house full of children. Now one of them is mine. Tell me, how long? How long must I wait? Can I get you that? Must I always hesitate? Well, apples on the table, peaches on the shelf. A man can count the time, sleeping by himself. Tell me, how long must I wait? Can I get you now? Must I always hesitate?
It sounds like an old recording.
Awesome. Yeah.
Learn to feel for the playback. So that's 1921.
It sounds like my own great grandfather.
Well, Mama bought a chicken. She thought it was a duck. She put it on the table with her legs poking up. Tell me, how long must I wait? Can I get you now? Must I always hesitate?